Welcome back to Visual Nova. Today, I'm going to show you some simple yet powerful motion graphics techniques, specially designed for beginners. If you're just starting out, or struggling to make your animations look professional, first we open DaVinci Resolve. Go to the media pool on the left side and right-click on it. From here, select New Fusion Composition. You can give any name to your composition. I'll name it Motion Graphics Techniques. Here you can choose any frame rate according to your needs. Most people prefer 60 frames, but I'll stick with 24 frames for this project. Now click Create. Next, drag this Fusion composition from the media pool onto your edit timeline. Now we move to the Fusion page. Here you can see that we only have one node, which is the Media Out node. First, we'll create a background. I'll add a background node and connect it to the Media Out node like this. Now let's change the background color. From the type option you can choose different styles, but I'll keep it solid. I'll select a color and keep it slightly dark. You can choose any color that suits your background design. Next, we'll add another background node on top of the first one. After that, add an ellipse node and connect it to this new background like this. Now, in the viewer window, adjust the ellipse shape as you see me doing here. Then, go to the color section on the right side and change its color. This time, I'll keep it a bit brighter so it looks different from the previous background. I'll select the ellipse node again and fine-tune the shape a little more. Now we'll create a soft glowing edge on this background to make it look more enhanced and visually separated. For this, select the Merge node, press Ctrl plus Shift plus Spacebar, search for Edge Detect and add it. On the right side, under Detection, enable Edge Mask Overlay. Now adjust the width, brightness, blur and other values according to your preference. You can increase or decrease these values based on your own style. Next, we'll animate the second background. Move the playhead to the very beginning of the timeline. Select the ellipse node, set the width value to 0 and add a keyframe. Now move the playhead to 20 frames and increase the width value like this. After that, open the Spline editor. Enable the ellipse node, click Fit to zoom, select the keyframes and press S to smooth them. Adjust the curves smoothly just like I'm doing here. Now turn off the Spline editor. Let me play this for you. As you can see, we now have a smooth and simple animated background, ready for our motion graphics project. Now let's add a text. I'll add a text node and connect it to the Edge Detect node like this. Next, go to the text box on the right side and type your text. I'll type Motion Graphics Techniques. Now let's choose a font. You can select any font you like, but I always try to use built-in fonts in tutorials so it's easier for everyone to follow. For this project, I'll choose the Orbitron font. Now adjust the text size. I want to change the size and color of a specific word only, so for that I'll right-click inside the text box and select Character Level Styling. Go to the Modifiers tab, then in the viewer, select the specific word. I'll select only the word Techniques. Now I'll slightly reduce its size. I think this looks good. Next, I'll add a little bit of tracking. Now go to Shading and from Appearance, turn the text into an outline. After that, go back to the Text tab and change the font for this selected word. I'll choose Seago Print. Now increase the size a little like this. Next, pick any color you like. I'll select this color here and click OK. Now go back to the Tools tab and let's animate the text. To match the background animation, place the playhead carefully. At around 10 frames, the background is open enough for the text to appear smoothly. Go to Shading, set the opacity to 0 and add a keyframe. Now move the playhead to 25 frames and increase the opacity to maximum. Play it and see, it looks really nice. To make it even smoother, open the Spline editor. Select the keyframes, press S and smooth the curve. Now turn off the Spline editor. Now we'll create a line under the text. First, add a new Merge node. Disconnect the previous Merge node from the Media Out node, and connect it to this new Merge node like this. Now, connect the new Merge node back to the Media Out node like this. To create the line, add a B-Spline node and connect it to the Merge node. Now, go to the Viewer window and draw a line under the text like this. You can create any shape or line according to your own design preference. After creating the line properly, go to the right side and increase the border width. Oh, sorry, I connected the B-spline incorrectly. Let's disconnect it from the blue input and connect it to the green input instead. Now we can easily increase the border width. As you can see, the line is now visible under the text. Next, let's animate the line. Set the length value to 0. Place the playhead at 25 frames and add a keyframe on length. Now move the playhead to 35 frames and set the length value to maximum. After that, open the spline editor. Here, smooth only the length animation. Now turn off the spline editor. And see, the line is animating smoothly. You might notice a small dot at the end of the line. To remove it, go to border style on the right side and click on flat. Now we'll add a logo above the text. First, I'll drag my PNG logo into the media pool. Then I'll drag the logo into the Fusion node timeline. Next, add a new merge node. Disconnect the previous merge node from the media out node, and connect that previous merge to this new merge node. Now connect the new merge node back to the media out node. This is the same process we used earlier when adding the B-spline node. Now connect the logo to the merge node like this. Add a transform node between the logo and the merge node. Reduce the logo size and position it above the text, just like I'm doing here. To align it properly in the center, right-click in the viewer window and enable guides. Now we can easily center align the logo. After aligning, right-click again and turn off guides because we don't need them anymore. Now let's animate the logo. Place the playhead at 20 frames. Set the size to 0 and rotate the angle to -90 degrees. Add keyframes on both size and angle. Next, move the playhead to 40 frames. Increase the size, adjust it according to your logo. Now, change the angle from -90 to 0 degrees. Let me play this for you. As you can see, the logo is animating really nicely along with all the other animations. Now let's add motion blur to the logo. Go to the Settings tab and enable motion blur. Next, open the Spline editor. Here, smooth only the angle animation. Now turn off the Spline editor. Play it and see. We now have a simple, clean, and cool motion graphics design ready. If you learn these techniques, you'll be able to create almost any motion graphics inside Fusion easily. So that's it for today's tutorial. I hope these motion graphics techniques helped you understand how simple ideas can create professional-looking results. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Visual Nova for more Fusion and motion graphics tutorials. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep practicing and stay creative.